regards to gatherings, the following measures are to be implemented. All gatherings except funerals are banned. These gatherings include, but not limited to, weddings, church gatherings, music festivals, and sport activities. Funerals shall be limited to 30 people. All COVID-19 funerals will be supervised by health personnel. All workshops and meetings are to be held virtually. In addition, all offices, both government and private, are to be.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Prince Miller Entertainment on Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment on Instagram, Prince Miller Entertainment TV on our Facebook group, and also P Miller ENT on Twitter. Follow, be part of the family. So just say, guys, how are you doing? You just watched a small clip. Before I say anything, today is the 13th of June 2021, and so yesterday Health Minister Vice President Chiwenga did a press conference vachitaura nezve coronavirus COVID-19, vachitaura zvakare nezve lockdown. My restrictions seems like they're now being tightened again, and so a few days ago takataura here about nyaya yevanhu vakafa 20 and in 72 hours. Just imagine when 20 vakashaya in 72 hours. So we were expecting to do something about it. So to me, I wasn't surprised to actually hear VP Minister of Health vachitaura nezve COVID-19. It was just a matter of time. And so on Friday, ED vakasangana nema artist and ku State House vachiti no, you know what guys, we're not giving you guys a go ahead ekuti meet my live shows enyu, but 50 people will only be allowed kuti meet my shows here. Then on Saturday, VP Chiwenga wakuya vachiti all those things are banned, and except my funerals on whereby 30 people are allowed. So it seems like there was miscommunication between VP and ED panyaya and because ED vela kuti my artist vakwanisa kuti kamari mbichana, but 250 people it was impossible because promoter nozota mari, club nozota mari. So but anyway, it was a good gesture for ED to do that, but it seems like everything went in vain. So let's talk in the comment section. Mnozwana say ninyaya restrictions are kuitwa. I'm just gonna read some of the restrictions that Minister of Health and Child Care did announce yesterday on that press conference. And so it reads measures to curb the surge of COVID-19. Fellow Zimbabweans, the country has done very well in terms of curbing the spread of COVID-19. In addition, our vaccination against COVID-19 is going on very well. The country is, however, experiencing a surge in cases. The last 7 days have seen 596 new cases and 26 deaths as compared to the same period in May 21, where we had 132 new cases and 6 deaths. This is more than fourfold increase in new cases and deaths. Sadly, it has noted that there has been a general compliance in adhering to the preventative measures both in the communities and workplaces. We are also witnessing a sharp increase in cases and deaths globally and in the SADC region. In order to curb this surge in cases and deaths in Zimbabwe and prevent a potential third wave, the following measures will be implemented effective Monday, 14 June 2021. And all my restrictions are akutanga Monday mangwana, which is the 14th of June 2021. And there will be stricter enforcement of the following preventive measures: mandatory wearing of mask in public. So make sure kuti pamubuda padeni munne munhu ane mask, don't walk around with no mask, because the police will start again in arresting people. And maintaining social and physical distancing, washing or sanitizing your hands frequently. The government will strengthen testing and contact tracing, as well as quarantining contacts and isolating confirmed cases. Regarding public transport, the operators adhere to recommended passenger numbers. They should ensure that all passengers are wearing their face mask properly. On boarding, they must have their temperature checked and their hands sanitized. Public transport operators shall disinfect their vehicles after every trip. So which means kuti makamira zopo kana ichakara vanhu maybe 60 ringa kutaka maybe 130. Saka motoona mega kutotira mune makononoka kubasa manje because tikona limit number of people mumabhazi saka pakaipa saka unenge kutomuka early kuitira kuti ukwanise kubata line rezopo rere, otherwise mawanja ichawandira. So with regards to gatherings, the following measures are to be implemented. All gatherings except funerals are banned. These gatherings include but are not limited to weddings, church gatherings, music festivals and sports activities. And funerals shall be limited to 30 people. All COVID-19 funerals will be supervised by health personnel. All workshops and meetings are to be held virtually. In addition, all offices, both government and private, are to be decongested by 50% except for offices connected with essential services. And with regards to retail businesses and shops, their operating hours shall be from 8 o'clock makuseni to 1800 hours. So from 8 makuseni to 6 maneru shopping ingavara, which means by half 6 mutaona mninga musina munhu because mashops anenge avharwa, munhu wese anenge akumbandira. So it is expected that the operators ensure that there is strict adherence to preventive measures such as proper wearing of face masks, sanitizing and temperature checks of clients. They should also ensure that they limit number of clients in their shops to maintain physical distancing. Again, nyaya kuti pashopu amuchapinde munhu wese ka motomumira maybe kana wapedza kutenga amwe 20 wapinda. So muchaona again another frustration yenyaya yema-line, especially on those busy wholesalers, busy supermarkets, and muchatomira line because they're gonna limit number of people who are gonna be entering my shops. And zinongobowa because sometimes unongoshitomhanya and unatotenga chingwa faster kuti umhanyire kubasa, but unongotomira line pakaipa. And so beer halls and nightclubs will remain closed, while bottle stores will operate from 10 o'clock, 100 hours. Operators should ensure that there is no drinking in and around their premises. Failure to adhere to these measures result in withdrawal of business licenses. And hotel and lodges, bars and restaurants are to open to their residents up to 2200 hours. All other restaurants and fast food outlets will serve takeaways only. And with regards to people's markets such as permitted to Mbari, Rankin, Pedzanamu, Sakuva, Machipisa and others, they shall close at 1800 hours. Operators shall ensure strict adherence to preventive measures such as proper wearing of face masks, sanitizing, social distancing and temperature checks of their clients. Non-compliance will result in closure of that. Our health inspectors and other law enforcement agents will move around and monitor compliance to these measures. Failure to adhere to these measures will result in withdrawal of the business licenses. With regards to tobacco auction flows, the owners must ensure strict adherence to preventive measures such as proper wearing of face masks, temperature checks, and sanitizing of clients and maintaining physical distancing. Each concerned tobacco bills to be accompanied by at least 2 people into the auction floor. Targeted vaccination of tobacco farmers and their workers will be available. Tobacco auction floor employees are required to have a negative COVID-19 PCR or rapid antigen test, which will be valid for 2 weeks. Vending within and around the tobacco floors is prohibited. Our inspectors and other law enforcement agencies shall be monitoring for compliance. Failure to adhere to these measures will result in closure of that particular auction floor. And all ports of entry shall be strict enforcement of the 48-hour-old PCR negative certificate requirement and mandatory testing of all travelers from hotspots at their expense regardless of their negative PCR certificates. And there shall be quarantine for those coming from hotspots in designated quarantine centers at their expenses. Those who present with fake COVID-19 negative certificates shall be arrested and prosecuted. With regards to management of local hotspots, the following measures shall be implemented. There will be daily national updates of hotspots as part of the daily COVID-19 situational report. the public is being advised not to travel to these hotspot areas. There will be increased testing and contacting tracing within the hotspot areas. Vaccinations and health education will be intensified in the hotspot areas. If the above measures fail to control the hotspot areas, targeted lockdowns will be effected in those areas. Finally, I want to remind everyone to properly wear your face mask, sanitize, maintain physical and social distancing, and get vaccinated. This is what VP Chiwenga said regarding to COVID-19. And so let's hope people will follow this, and so that we won't have a national lockdown again. Remember, with national lockdown, it will also affect us, especially as the poor, because we can't hustle. Most of us, we are informal traders. Saka kutizobudo kunotsvaga chikafu and everything panenge pasitomborina, and saka tinda kufa nenzara andonenge yakutotorova zvakanyanya, because dumbu harina holiday, dumbu harina lockdown, dumbu rinenge to expecta chikafu makuseni, masikati, manheru. Saka just imagine kuti if the government put on another stricter lockdown, kuti zvinhu zvakamira sei, and saka pakaipa. So ngatitaure just feel kuti there was no communication between ED and Chiwenga when it comes to nyaya shows, because ED was saying the other thing, Chiwenga was saying the other thing. But at the end of the day, na VP Chiwenga, I think those so it's a tough luck to our musicians, our artists. You guys, you need to have a side hustle. I think by now matone ma side hustles I'm kutoita, because kutongomirira ma shows kunzi tangai kana tiregedza, I think it's a waste of time. By now you already have a hustle kurarama nayo, because pakaipa. Guys, in the comment section. This is our audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember to turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our new uploads each and every day here. And COVID-19, sanitize, wear your mask, protect yourself and your loved ones. Thank you.